starting field position here for the offensive unit. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Second down following the run. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
They'll stay on the ground, mix him again, and he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. In motion left goes Moncrief. Now Mixon. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
On play action, Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he's got room. It's a foot race. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. They find some open field here. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. In motion, Safarian Jenkins. Oh, look at that. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, how he managed to get positive yardage out of that run, I have no idea. But a little juking, a little moving, got it done.
Got him 2 yards. Now they run with Mixon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Off the play fake, Cousins. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Paul Posluszny. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be knocked down sideways. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trey Hendrickson, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. They go play action. Cousins. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 12 yards there as they move the chains. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll run here with Mixon. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Second down, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Mixon takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, Defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And the Rams have got it back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now a handoff as they run left side. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to loft one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Looking to throw. Being chased out left. He may try and run, and he will score. Touchdown, L.A. It's their quarterback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams add on to their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Already down 2 touchdowns. Here in the first half, this becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a play fake here on first down. He gets it to Thomas. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Throwing his Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Play fake. Cousins. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And getting our first update now from Nashville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Cousins on first down. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Lynch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he rifles one incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They run the counter now on first down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Cousins to Mixon on the check down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Now Cousins.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 12. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a 3rd-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now back to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll drop to throw, and that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's pumped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a handoff looking right. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into...
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Aaron Donald in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Third and long for Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. 23 yards on the play. Back to throw now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 8 yards back there, and they could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been terrific so far. Back now in Los Angeles, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Don't forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. It's complete to Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 more there and another 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Corey Grant, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Saints are back within a score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Steps away to his left. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Shift together here from the D-line. They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lynch. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. They'll look to throw. finding some room at midfield. Wide open receiver complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there. And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So down 6, and they know they need this one on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And the Rams now coming out on the field. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here. It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk. Always bringing in other sports. Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through. Six yards to go here on second down. And now here's a carry heading left. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it. I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space. But there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run? Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one. Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.